What is up again, YouTube? Here I'm doing a little overview on a project I did for my truck the other day. So you may have seen this in the last video about the generator, but if you didn't, I'll explain. So in wood shop this year, we had to do a final project using only 2x4s. And so I decided that it'd be cool to make a wooden bedside for both sides of my truck. Right there, and as you can see, all they do is they just go into the original pockets. They don't have anything bolting them in. They're not like screwed in or anything, and they're pretty darn sturdy. And the way I did that is the front ones, I measured up for each size on the front, and then on the back one, I didn't notice, but I guess the stake pockets are smaller on the back of the bed actually. So I just cut them down and sanded them until I got them just perfect. You don't want them too loose. You want them too tight because then it doesn't look too good. What it doesn't even go in there, it's too tight, you want it just right. And then it doesn't look, it looks cool, like if you're on like an old farm truck, like an old, like if you have like a 55 Camry or something like that, it would look cool to have you double tall all the way to the back. But you can see I cut it half, I think it's about 4.5 feet here, and then 6.5 feet here to the end, to the second one. And to make support for that, all it is just the stake pocket in the front, one in the middle, and then another one right there. It's the same on both sides. I measured it. You want to measure so it looks symmetrical, or else it won't look too good. And if you noticed, you can see on this one how it leans in a little bit from the bedside. Kind of goes like that. So what my plan is, maybe tomorrow school or in the next video, I'm gonna make 2 more 2x4s that go from here and stretch all the way across to right here, 2 rows right there. And I'll use hinges on it. And I won't use hinges like what you're thinking about for opening doors and stuff. I'll bolt a hinge right here with the pin slot right here, and then the one right here. Then when the 2x4 comes, I'll have the face plate of it here, so you can just drop a pin all the way through and it's all locked together. That'll be on both sides of the truck. And I think that'll be really, really sturdy. Another thing that I think I might be doing, but I'm not sure, is building little boxes right here on the side of these, so that I can put stuff like, pardon me while I walk through here. I can put little storage compartments on, because I have little ammo crates and stuff like that I picked up at a garage sale for about $5, I think. I have a couple more of them sitting. I actually have a really, really big ammo box for a 50 caliber minigun. That'd be awesome. Just put it across the back of it, maybe paint it up, make it look nice. The color I'm gonna do on the truck is a dark red. It's called, I don't remember the name of it, but I'll put it in the description. But I would paint the ammo box to match the color of the truck, because the inside of the bed is gonna be belt linered, and then the box would look really good as if it was same color as the rest of the truck. And if you look at the bed, actually, you'll notice it's actually one piece of plywood. And here's several reasons why I'm doing one piece of plywood in this bed for now. So the wood that I am going to use when I'm done with the truck is our property. I have some about 7.5 foot long pieces of madrona. And this is the biggest, longest, straightest piece of madrona I've ever seen in my life. So I'm gonna be making a bed out of madrona, which is really gonna be really, really cool looking. But for now, I'm gonna measure out the bolt holes for the strips in the bed. I have all the original strips of the truck in really nice condition, and it'll look like a bed with like multiple pieces of wood, but it'll have like the reliability, and I guess I don't think it's much stronger, but it might be a little bit, not quite as strong as madrona, but if you're using the same type of wood and not plywood, it might be a little bit less strong. It'll look like an actual bed, but it won't be. The only problem is, you can see that notch right there matches there because it's peeled from the tree. So they go around the tree and they go around and around and around until they get to the center, and that's how they make plywood, I guess. So yeah, the bed sides will match the floor for now. I'll have a piece that goes across the front, kind of a headache rack, and I'll probably put a gun rack or a fishing pole holder on the front of that, so I can put my stuff in here. Another thing, if you ask anyone who asks, hey, why isn't there going to be a 2-part of the, or a second part of the generator out there? So the problem is, I don't have a license yet, so it's kind of hard for me to drive to the store to get a couple to get a couple of metric bolts and stuff like that. But my plan is I'm gonna do a separate video for part 2, where I actually take some metric bolts and I make them on the what is it called? I know I'm gonna make them in shop class and stuff. Like I'm gonna make bolts. I think that'd be really cool to do a video on making your own bolts. Sitting right out here, sitting out in the cold. It runs pretty good. You'll notice in the video from last time I cut it short when I realized it was a 2-stroke and I was running it on 4-stroke gas. You know, it's kind of a mistake, but you know, to make them. So I guess this is kind of a second update on the 67 K10. Not much has happened. I've been kind of busy lately, but I got these bedsides done, and I'll get the headache rack done. It'll be looking pretty good. So see you again, and be the next video out, and probably next week. See ya.